Today I'm going to try to recreate the tiger's eye manicure that I did about a week ago now. I posted pictures of it. I didn't really think it would be that popular, but it's had quite a few views, some likes, some comments. So I decided I would try to make a quick little video trying to recreate and show you how I did it. It was something that was kind of very organic. I was just kind of playing when I made it, and so I didn't have a concise way to explain it. I still don't, but I'm going to try my best to give that information to you guys so that you can try at home if you would like, or show this to your manicurist and maybe he or she can recreate this for you as well. So here I have some examples of tiger's eye. So I can try and like zoom in a little bit or bring this closer, I should say. And so you can see how it kind of has, as it moves, a little bit reflective, sparkly, golden, has these stripes of like black and brown, has some very dark patches. It's layered, almost looks kind of wooden in a way. You look at the more unfinished side, it can look a little more rough. I feel like that's less recognizable. I would say like this side of this stone or this side of this stone are most iconically recognizable as tiger's eye. And let's look at another specimen. So you can see again, the layers, the striations, how this piece looks a little different from the other piece. Sometimes the stripes are very defined, sometimes they fade out. So I find that very helpful when I'm trying to recreate something or I'm trying to just be inspired by something. It helps to look at specimens. So you can certainly look up photos of, tiger's eye, or if you have the interest or funding, you can purchase your own piece. I don't recall it being terribly expensive. Depending on where you go, I guess there could be some people who might sell it for huge, exorbitant prices, but so that's another specimen. I'll look at this guy. This guy's a little different. This one I've wondered in the past if it might be considered blue tiger's eye or have some blue tiger's eye in it, because this stripe here looks very like navy to me. But I don't find very many good photos of blue tiger's eye, so I really not sure. But again, you're seeing the stripes, the different colorations in there. I would say probably this side right here is the best for this piece. Those are my specimens. I figured I would show them to you just to show you what I was referencing. If that's enough to help you with your recreation, by all means, go ahead and replay this video or pause it on one of the frames of that stone. You're welcome to use it as reference, but like use it to look at while you're trying to recreate the manicure. For those of you who maybe didn't see the photos, this is my tiger's eye manicure. I think it's decent. I think even if you don't know what it is, it's interesting looking. I mean, I feel like it could be better. I don't know how I would make it better. It's not like a dead-on, that's tiger's eye, but that is my representation, and people seem to really appreciate it. So I will go ahead and try to show you how I did these. I don't want to take this manicure off yet. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. So what I've done is I've glued a fake nail onto the end of a marker. And I'll try to show you on this one nail, and you just vary your stripes and layering to get different looks for your different nails, or just use it as an accent nail. I'm going to sand this nail a little bit to prep it, and I'll put a base coat on it, and then I'll come back to start painting tiger's eye on this nail. Alright, so I have this nail prepped here. I have a little piece of backing paper from a sticker. You can use a plastic lid. You can use a tile. You can use a piece of glass, whatever you would like. But this is going to be my palette for when I mix things. And before we get into mixing things and detailing, so I'm going to start with a base of yellow, because I know the color I actually want is very sheer. So this is going to help give some opacity to that next color without having to put a bunch of layers. So putting a coat of yellow on. You're going to go ahead and cure this. We have our base layer, and give a little zoom in so you can see how that looks. So next I have a kind of sparkly light brown color that I'm going to put over this yellow. And this is a look that's going to require a lot of layers, so just to forewarn you. Go ahead and cure that. That's cured, and then the next step is to actually put a clear coat, a no wipe top coat. This next step is something that you either need to have as I understand it, a water-based top coat if it's a regular nail polish top coat, or you need to do the no wipe gel top coat. This next step is not going to work with a regular nail polish top coat or a sticky top coat. Go ahead and cure this under the lamp. We are back. We have our nail all cured. Even though it's no wipe, I did wipe it real quick with alcohol just to make sure it's completely clean and sticky free and cured. I don't know what you call this, but we're going to be using some of this finishing powder, I guess you could call it, or special effects powder. The brand I'm using is Born Pretty. You can use any brand you want. I'm going to be using a mixture of a gold and kind of an iridescent powder. And what I've done is I've taken them and I've mixed them in just a plastic lid. I took mostly gold powder, but I did add a little bit of the shimmer just to add a little extra sparkle. So we have that kind of mixed up already. This is actually leftover from when I did the manicure the first time. We're going to go ahead and take our nail and take this powder came with like a little rubber applicator. Sometimes it'll come with an eyeshadow applicator. Some people use their finger. Whatever is your preference. So let's go ahead and apply this. This is messy. So let's go ahead and rub that in. And try to tap off any excess. And then I'll take a brush. And I'm gonna try to wipe off the extra. And now you can kind of see the gold effect that gave. It's even more gold. I'm going to need to top coat again because the next steps I don't want to swipe off the powder. So just to protect that finish, I'm putting the top coat on there, and then we'll be right back. Next step, we're going to need brown and black, and I only have like this one kind of brown, so I'm going to try mixing together. This is what I did last time too. I'm going to try to mix together a darker brown along with the lighter brown, and then we'll have the black. Bend this tip a little bit and kind of scoop this together a little bit more so we can just get a real good visual of that color. That's nice. Okay, so we have our darker brown, lighter brown, and our black. Here's the part where we start playing around with our striping on the nail. I have some different brushes over to the side of me, and you just kind of start playing with it. I hate to say it, but that's kind of all that I did. So let's try going in with a little bit of the light brown, and I'm just trying to kind of do some stripey effects since it's a very layered, striated looking stone. And maybe a little bit of that over in the corner over here. A little bit over over here. And just trying to keep it like straight lines, right? And kind of light and feathery. The nice thing about it is a natural stone, so if it's not perfect, that actually really works really well. Another brush tip that I like to use is this kind of flat. And I try to have like very little product and start at the edge and kind of flick it up, and you'll get kind of these little artifacts like that. Let's try maybe something between this and this, something like that. We're going to cure it. Okay, there is the nail. It's accurate to kind of like what I did on my previous nails. If you wanted to darken or add more layers, you certainly could do that. One other thing that I did do for my nails, which I'm not sure if you can see it on my thumb here, but I'll go ahead and show you that. One final thing that you can do that may or may not add to the manicure, you can either take the gold powder from Born Pretty or whatever brand you choose, or I have this eyeshadow powder, loose powder. You could take a regular pressed powder and just scrape some out of a pan. Anyway, I took some gold and I put a little bit onto my palette, if you will. Take my brush. Okay, so I'll mix this together. And so you can pop in little extra bits of gold if you like. Just to add even more shimmer to some of those areas. I don't know if that's coming through. I hope that's coming through. So we'll go ahead and cure that, and then we'll top coat, and then I'll show you how this looks in the end. Let's put our top coat on there. We're back and we are all cured, and so that is the finished look there. You can see where I added a little bit of extra shimmer with that eyeshadow powder on top. You've got your layers. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something or were entertained or got something out of this video. If you did enjoy, please like, share, subscribe, or don't, but I would really appreciate it if you did. It would help me out. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye!